Good morning. My name is Marilyn and I would like to welcome you to Just Imagine. If you are new here, this platform was created to touch and inspire, and as a result, we are transforming generations one life at a time. So I would like to share with you guys an experience that I had last night. I have a list of things I convinced myself I can't do. Amongst them, baking, painting, following the GPS properly. So last night I went out to meet a friend for a painting event. I mostly went there to enjoy her company, and somehow I believed that I could sit there watch everybody else work, right? But that's not what happened. Everyone had a blank canvas waiting for them and stuff to paint. When I was shown the picture that we were supposed to duplicate, of course, like most people, I laughed. But as I started to follow instruction and step by step, I started drawing like one thing after the next. And I kept my eyes on my own work, not comparing what I was doing to everybody else's. And I was in awe of the fact that I was actually doing it, because this is something that I've convinced myself that's not my area. I can't do that to save my life. Something amazing happened. I actually ended up with this, so I'm gonna show you guys. So if you would tell me, right, that I would have been able to make this, I would of course laugh like I did in the beginning. But the end result speaks for itself. Now, I know this is not professional work, but the lie that I was able to uncover in this was the fact that I never dared to try, because I literally made myself believe that this is one of the things that I did not have the ability to do. That got me to think, where else have I been applying the same principle? What other lies have I been telling myself? So as you're watching, what are some of the things that you have convinced yourself that you will never be able to do, simply because you never started, you never gave it a try, or you never consider to start with a blank canvas, or even if you get started, you never really take the time to focus on your own work, because you had a picture in your mind based on everybody else's work, what your painting was supposed to look like. So that experience really got me to do some thinking, because all of a sudden it was no longer about painting, it was about life. And I felt so good. I felt good as long as I was focused on the work that I had at hand. As long as I lifted up my eyes and started looking at what everybody else was doing, all of a sudden I started to make myself wrong. And I'm like, maybe I should correct this, maybe I should correct that. So just like that experience, I do believe that if you are in a season right now, you're stepping into something new, just flow with it. Make sure you take it one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Accept instructions. Also another thing that's very important. In that environment, right, I consider that environment to be a safe environment, and it was conducive for me to be able to have the freedom to create, because there was no one standing over my shoulder to try to laugh at the things that I was doing that in their understanding was wrong. I felt literally free to just make mistakes and free to just work. So everybody else was focused on their work, and if I needed correction, it was done in a way that I could learn from it, and also in a way that I was okay to receive it. So that was also very important. So as you go out, even if it's not you creating, make it a thing to create an environment for others to thrive, for others to grow, because that's also important. That was actually very important, because if it was in an environment where I felt like my work was being judged and I was being laughed at, because in the beginning, again, because it's something I've never done, so just the initiative to just go with it sounded foolish to me and it looked foolish to me. So if that environment was pretty much highlighting the fact that I didn't know what I was doing, and what I was doing was stupid, definitely I would have been stuck and I would have never created that piece. So this is all I have to share with you guys today, and I hope you can take something away from that. Until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.